Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina. Christmas is fast approaching, you guys, and what is Christmas without yummy gingerbread cookies? It's one of my favorite cookies of all time. So today I'm gonna share my recipe with you. I'm gonna turn the camera around and go over the ingredients. Okay, so for the cookie, we're gonna need some all-purpose flour. We're gonna need baking soda, and I will have the exact measurements while I'm making the cookie and also in the description box below. You're gonna need egg, butter, sugar, some molasses, salt, and for the spices, we have ginger, we have cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Or you can omit all this and just use pumpkin spice if you have, because it's very similar. So that's for the cookie. For the icing, you're gonna need icing sugar, light corn syrup, and this is the eggless version. You're gonna need some vanilla and some water. So that's it. Okay, so I have all my ingredients next to me. I'm gonna be making my cookie dough in my stand mixer. You can make it with hand mixer or by hand. So I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour here. To this, I'm gonna add my spices. I'm gonna put some salt first, about 1/4 teaspoon. I have ginger. So I'm gonna need 2 teaspoons of ginger. I'm gonna need 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And the cloves and the nutmeg, we only gonna put 1/4 teaspoon because they're pretty strong. So 1/4 of that and 1/4 of that. Oops. I'm also gonna add with my flour my baking soda, and I need 3/4 teaspoon. So I have 1/4 here, so I'm gonna put 3 times. 2 and 3. So that's my dry ingredients. I'm gonna just give this a mix and I'm gonna set it aside. Okay, so in my stand mixer, I'm gonna put 1/2 cup of butter, and this is room temperature butter. To that, I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of sugar. And I'm just gonna beat these two together. I'm gonna add my egg. So I have 1 egg. It's gonna go in. I'm gonna beat this again. I have 2/3 cup of molasses, and I first sprayed my cup with cooking spray, so this will come out easy. Okay, so now slowly we're gonna add our flour mixture. And I'm not gonna do the whole thing all at once because then it's gonna go everywhere. So I'm gonna slowly put it in. Okay, So there you have it. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'm gonna bring my saran wrap. And I'm gonna divide the dough in two because that way it's easier to handle. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring the dough together. Just shape it into a circle. And then I'm gonna cover this. So I'm gonna do the rest. Okay, so our dough is ready to go in the fridge, and I'll see you guys in 3 hours. Okay, so I just took my dough out of the fridge. I have a board here, I floured it, I have my rolling pin. I lined my baking sheet with a parchment paper. My oven is preheating to 350 degrees. So let's get some cookies made. So here is my dough. It smells beautiful already. And I just want to put a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. I also brought in my cookie cutters, so it's up to you what size you make. You can even make them different shapes, does not matter. So we're gonna roll it about 1/4 of an inch thick, and in between I'm just gonna, it's still a little cold. Okay, so my dough is rolled up. It's about 1/4 of an inch. I'm gonna take my cookie cutter. I'm gonna make them small so there is enough for everybody. And I'm just gonna kind of put some flour here and just put in the flour. And I'm just gonna cut some. So as you can see, the thickness. So these are gonna go on my baking sheet that I pre-lined with parchment paper. So I'm gonna go cut all of them, and then I'll be back to show you before it goes into the oven. Okay, so I have all my cookies lined up. I'm just gonna gather all the remaining and roll it again. If you wanna make these as ornaments, now it's the right time. Just take shish kebab stick or any little dowel and poke a hole right in here, and then bake them. Then you can use them as ornaments. So I'm gonna put this in my preheated oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, and we're gonna take them out and then we'll work on the icing. Okay, so my oven beeped. I'm gonna take my cookies out. So I baked mine about 9 minutes because I like them chewy, but if you like yours crunchy, just bake them for about 12 to 13 minutes. I'm gonna put these in a cooling rack and cool them completely before I put any icing. So I'm gonna continue. As you can see, I have so much more to go into the oven, and we'll be back to decorate. Okay, so all our cookies have baked and they are just cooling down. I'm gonna start making my royal icing, and I'm gonna sift my powdered sugar first. And I'm gonna be using my hand mixer. You can use your stand mixer if you want, or you can just use a whisk. So I'm gonna put in 2 cups of powdered sugar or confectionate sugar, whatever you call it. This is half a cup, so I'm gonna be putting 4 of these. I'm gonna sift these first and then I'll put the other 2 because this is messy. Okay, so I sifted my sugar. I like just doing that because I don't want lumps. So I'm gonna put that aside. So to this, I'm gonna add 5 tablespoons of milk. You can use almond milk, cashew milk, whatever you want. If you want to make this non-dairy. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as I said, I'm gonna be using my hand mixer. I'm just gonna give this a little mix. Okay, so I'm gonna add 4 teaspoons of corn syrup, and this is the light corn syrup. I'm also gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You can also add almond extract if you want instead of the vanilla. Okay, and we're gonna mix this. Okay, so I added half a cup more of the icing sugar because it wasn't thick enough, and now I like the consistency. Okay, so all my cookies have cooled down completely, and I got about 60 cookies out of this recipe, but it all depends how big your cookie cutter is. I put some of my icing in this, I don't know what you call this, but you can use an icing bag. So we're gonna start decorating. So, how cute do they look? Okay, so that was it for today, and these little guys, they look so cute. We're gonna try one. So nice and chewy. Oh, so good. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, have an awesome day, you guys. Bye.